পপুলারিটি যোগাচ্ছে। আমি তো এটা বলতে পারি না কখনো যে পপুলারিটির দিক থেকে, ব্র্যান্ডিং এর দিক থেকে, সেদিক থেকে কোন রকম ভাবে সেই পরিসর নেমে এসছে। তারাও খুব বিখ্যাত।
Yeah. So again, as I mentioned, that a warm welcome to you for joining this webinar. And as you know, the subject of discussion is to make you aware about the world of credit rating per se, right? So, guys, just let me know which are the credit rating agencies as of now that you know which is there in India. If you can just let me know in the chat box which are the present set of rating agencies that you get to see in India. Suparna says ICRA, CRISIL, Tanmaya, Civil Experience, Aditya says CRISIL, ICRA, CRISIL, Tanmaya says, okay. S&P, Arpit says, okay. What about others, guys? Just let me know which are the names that you get to see around credit rating in India at this point of time. Civil, okay. Care, Kavita says, okay. Okay, so thanks for the responses, guys. So let me tell you that you should understand the difference between a credit rating agency, a credit bureau, and a credit analysis sort of a profile, right? It's very important to understand the difference between these three, right? So if you ask me which are the credit rating, obviously I'm going to describe in terms of what is the work done by each of these profiles, right? But if I mention the set of credit rating agencies which are in India, that includes CRISIL, ICRA, Fitch, your CARE, then you have Brickwork, and then you have Assured Credit Rating Agency, right? So Indian Rating and Research, right? So there are 6, 7 rating agencies which you should be knowing about. First is that, and S&P is like it's a tie-up with CRISIL that they have. So I don't think they have a direct presence in India as such at this point of time, right? So that is number one. Second is you need to understand there is other level of entity which is called credit bureau. Now, in this credit bureau domain, these names comes up like you get Civil, you get Experian, you get Equifax, right? These are the companies which are into that. And the third set of activity which is undertaken on the profile you get to hear about is called credit analysis, right? So these are the three where the credit term is common, right? So that's why people get confused. So that is where I'm trying to draw your attention to, that you need to understand the difference between these three segment of people, right? The credit bureau, the credit rating, and credit analysis. Now, let us understand what each of them does and why this sort of a requirement comes up in the first place, right? So let me try to draw it to you and make you understand. Just give me a minute, guys. So guys, you are able to see the screen. Just let me know you are able to see the screen, right? Right. So guys, please understand there are three sections, as I said. So obviously, what happens is we have one section of people. Sorry, we have one section of people whom we call the corporates, right? Corporates or SMEs who actually require the funding, right? So these are a certain section of people who requires funding. Now, once they require funding, they have two ways of going about for this. So they may directly go to the banks or say the financial institutions like NBFCs or like that, or say private equity VC companies, right? So from where they may seek the funds, right? So that is one thing that they may do. And the other thing that they may do is that they may go to a body which is called the investment banks, right? And ask them to help them to raise the funds, right? And investment banks then, basis their requirement, they go to the different financial institutions raising the funds for them, right? So this is how it works. Now, when the amount that is being raised or which is required, when this amount that is required is from banks, right? Commercial banks, I mean to say. So then what happens is the banks does two set of analysis, right? One is called the credit analysis, where they do a detailed study in terms of in different contexts around manage under studying the management, studying the financials, studying the market, studying the technology, right? They do a detailed study around that, and that is where they take help of that activity that they undertake is called credit analysis. The other thing that they do is that they try to understand how has been the transaction pattern of this corporate or the SME who is looking for the funds. So if they have taken funds earlier from some agency, some financial institutions, whether they have paid that amount in time and in the right manner, right? So that is where they take help of a third party body which is called credit bureaus, right? So credit bureaus then basis their, and what credit bureaus does, they go to different set of banks, okay, financial institutions, from where they collect the information of different set of companies or individuals who have taken finance, and they pass on this information to credit bureau, and then credit bureau has a set of information with them through which they get to understand that how the transaction history has been for this set of companies, right? So that is where credit bureau gives them that piece of information, right? So bank, they undertake their analysis at their end, which is called credit analysis. They take, while they analyze this, they take the help of an agency to understand their transaction history, that is called credit bureau. And the other thing that the bank does is that they also reach out to a set of company which is called the credit rating agencies. Now, what is the objective of credit rating agency and all? I'll discuss in detail. But please understand at this point of time, the major objective of a credit rating agency is to give a person independent opinion. So the banks may have will be basis their level of analysis. They will come to some sort of a conclusion, but they would like a third person also to give their independent view. So it's a opinion that is being placed by this agency, right? By this credit rating agency. So banks would like to get a third person independent view, and that is where credit rating comes into the scheme of things, right? So guys, is it clear till this point of time? If you have any question, just let me know. If any question you have, just let me know in the chat box. Asmita says she can't see the shared screen. I hope you guys were able to see the shared screen, right? Yes, you can. Okay. Guys, any question? Yes, no, कुछ भी लिखो, मतलब नहीं है तो no लिखो, yes है तो yes लिखो. But I think this is very important for you guys to understand the difference between credit analysis, credit bureau and credit rating. ये बहुत ही मतलब simple difference है, लेकिन I think everyone should know as to what is the difference, right? Uh, Firoz, I cannot repeat it once more because the guys who have joined in time, they will be missing out on other things. So at the end, stay back. At the end, I can repeat on this set of things which you missed out. Basic difference in credit bureau and credit rating agencies. So, Asmita, as I mentioned, that the credit bureau is basically uh, collecting pieces of information from different financial institutions around the transaction history. So CIBIL, what CIBIL does, you must have heard, right? So you get a CIBIL score. So how you have paid on those, suppose if you have taken a loan or you have used some credit cards. So how you have made the payment over a period of time. So your payment history or is a transaction history as it is said. So they collate it for a number of individuals and companies and pass it on to the banks. So bank also understand before actually extending finance to that individual or company that this guy or this company has the habit of paying their dues on time and in the manner that is required, right? So in that case, they will be eager to extend the funds. So this piece of information which is extended is done by credit bureau. Whereas credit rating is just to give the bank a independent opinion in terms of whether this bank, this financial institution should at all extend finance to that particular company. Now, what are the set of things that they look into? I'll discuss in detail, right? But I hope this is clear to you, right? The difference between credit bureau and credit rating. Asmita, just let me know how do companies also get credit rating just like individual person get. So Tanmaya, please understand that the exercise which is undertaken by credit rating agency is like you who pays the fee, right? It's the company that pays the fees, right? So if someone is eager to pay the fee and they say that I like to get a rating done for my company, why shouldn't the rating agency do that, right? In fact, many companies do that. They go to 3 4 rating agencies, make the payment, right? And they go to those set of agencies uh, who is uh, there is I'm forgetting the term. Means they should be aligned with those banks, right? So if they know that these are the 4 rating agencies with which this bank work, right? So they go to the rating agencies and they pay the money and get their ratings done. And it's not that everyone is going to give the same rating, right? It's an opinion at the end of the day. So whoever gives the best rating, they go ahead with that report to the bank, right? So it works that way. I hope it answers your question, Tanmaya. uh, Tanmaya, just let me know if it answers your question, right? Okay, so let's move forward from here. So we understood as the first part in terms of what is the difference between a credit rating agency, a credit bureau, and credit analysis, right? So and we understood why we need to like why we at all fall back on credit rating agencies. Now let us understand deeper in terms of what is credit rating in the first place, right? So guys, a rating is the most important word over here. Just give me a minute. Uh, so the most important opinion word over here is opinion, right? So a rating is an opinion. This is something that you need to be very clear. It's opinion. It's not on the basis of a rating that has been assigned by a rating agency. It doesn't mean the bank is definitely going to extend finance to that company, right? They are just taking an opinion, like the way in many uh, in our life we seek opinion from various people, right? So in certain cases we oblige to what they have said. In certain cases we don't agree to their opinion and we go by whatever they speak to us, right? So in a similar manner, in here also they are it's an opinion, and opinion regarding what? It's around the relative creditworthiness of debt, right? So if they are seeking for debt, then another term which is very important is relative, right? Relative creditworthiness. And go deeper, and then you will understand. But just keep these words in mind. This is very important for us to understand. And the other thing is for us to understand is that it's not an audit, right? It's not an one-time assessment of creditworthiness. So it's not an audit like the way we understand audit. Audit is just checking you from a compliance perspective. This is more looked into, right? Audit. So it's not compliance per se, and it's not a one-time assessment. So credit rating can be done on a continuous period, and it's also not a certification like the way we see many companies provide certification that this is a company to whom you can extend finance. So it's not also a certification. It's just an opinion which is based by a third party agency. And it's also not also a guidance to buy, hold, or sell the rated security, right? So it is also not a guidance. So these are certain things which we need to remember in context of credit rating. Guys, is it clear till this point of time? I want to go slow, and if you have any queries, just let me know, because if these concepts are, these basic areas are not clear, then it doesn't make sense to move ahead from here, right? So clear. So give me an A in the chat box, guys. If it's clear, just press A in the chat box, right? Yeah, right, guys. So let's move forward from here. So we are going to learn a lot today in terms of credit rating. So the next part is that now the question is what may be rated, right? So what are the different set of financial instruments which can be rated? So that includes bonds, bank deposits, commercial paper, term loans, preference shares, secured debt, unsecured debt, mortgage-backed securities, asset-backed securities, structured obligation. So if there is a element of debt in the set of financial instruments, that can definitely be rated, because there only you are there is a risk that one is taking, and that is where opinion is looked into, right? So now, what is a credit rating scale, right? So we must have heard as to that when we are giving a credit rating, so you must have come across AAA rating, AA rating, B rating, C rating, right? So different types of rating. Now we'll see practically we'll go deeper into this, but just at this point of time, if we are trying to understand what is a credit rating scale, so it is to assess the probability of default of the counterparty. So if a bank is extending finance to say a company, so what is the probability of default, right? And for that, see, a AAA company, which is the topmost company, that company may also default, right? But the probability for that company to default is much lesser compared to the one which is say C rating or a D rating. So it is a it is one which assesses the probability of default, and it's a risk continuum separated into various segments. And most agency rating scales is from AAA to D, and it goes like AAA, AA, A, triple B, double B, B, C, and D. We'll see into it's a 8 range scale generally which we come across, right? So I'll take you to a site. I'll show it to you that how it works. So this is from the CRISIL site, as you get to see, right? So over here, you'll see that if you go to the site, that there are different ratings that and what the rating denotes, that is very clearly mentioned over here, right? So over here we see CRISIL AAA, CRISIL AA, CRISIL A, again CRISIL triple B, double B, B, C, and D. So D means its default. Instruments with this rating are in default or are expected to be in default soon, right? So, मतलब उसका case एकदम jaundice है, right? And the one which is AAA, that shows that it's of highest safety. So instruments with this rating are considered to have the highest degree of safety regarding timely servicing of financial obligations. such instruments carry lowest credit risk, right? So, and a company which is having a AAA sort of a rating coming up, right? So, and so it as it says, it's high safety. So, as because it's high safety, safety in what context? Please understand, in context of whether they would be. See, over here, the rating agency is giving an opinion to the bank whether this company would be able to meet their financial obligation. This is the core objective with which they undertake the study. And if it is AAA, that denotes that this company would be able to pay back the money within the time. And so it is the least risk. And as because it is the least risk, that's why the company which is of AAA rating, the more higher in the order you have the rating, the lower interest the banks would be charging, right? Because less risk, so they would charge lesser interest, right? So I hope you understood. So you can go to the site and go to search by credit rating scale, and it's very clearly placed in terms of what are the different scales. This is in case of CRISIL. So it's not that every rating agency is going to follow this scale only. They may have their own set of scales. If you see globally, different rating agencies are different scale. But generally, it is seen in majority of the cases, it's an 8-point scale, as you see. 8-point scale, why it is said so, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, sorry, 7 and 8. So it's a 8-point scale, as you see. So just spend some time later on when you have some time to go through it and understand what it exactly means over here, right? So this explains any question, guys, till this point of time. Any question? If you have, just let me know. Or if it's clear, give just type A in the chat box if it's clear to you. Says okay, right, guys. At least take the trouble to press A so that it helps me to understand that you guys are really understanding. Because if you're not giving any response, I don't get an understanding whether you're getting it or you're getting more confused or you're getting clear, right? So uh, just let me know on this. I expect this level of engagement coming up from you so that it keeps me motivated as well. Because the more you keep me motivated, I'm sure there is something more that I'm going to share across. Right? So good, guys. So let's move forward from here. So we discussed around the scale part of it, right? So next, what I'll try to discuss is something which is called yeah. So in this rating also, AAA, B, and C. So from AA to C, as it is said, that CRISIL also applies a plus and minus sign, right? So, and why it mentions plus and minus? That within that rating also, how there is to reflect a competitive standing within the category, right? So it helps to give a competitive standing within the category. So from AA to C, they have a plus and minus sign also. So keep this thing in mind. This is very important. And CRISIL may assign, there is another thing which you will be coming across a term which is called the rating outlook, right? Now, what is rating outlook? Which is there from AAA to B in CRISIL standards. So along with the rating, they give an outlook, something which is called the positive, stable, or negative, right? So what does it mean? So a positive or negative rating outlook is not necessarily a precursor of a rating change. It doesn't mean that it's going to be there will be a rating change. I'll explain other terms like rating watch and stuff like that, right? But it is basically to give a sense as to how things indicates the direction in which a rating may move over a medium term horizon or in 1 or 2 years. So it is a sort of a perspective that has been placed across, right? Where things may move in the days to come. But so 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 you learn two things over here, right? One is the plus minus sign, which gives a comparative standing, right? And the other thing is the rating outlook, right? Two things to take from here. So I hope you got clarity around this. If any question, just let me know in the chat box, or I'll move to the next part which I have to discuss. Hi, Abhishek. So uh, just give me, press a in the chat box, give me A in the chat box if you have understood till this point of time. It's clear, right? So we have a plus and minus denotion for competitive study, and also a rating outlook. So you guys have to be aware of this set of terms, because if you are trying to be in the world of finance, you'll be coming across different reports and studies and stuff like that. So it's very, very important for one to be aware as to how these terminologies work and what is its significance, right? So right guys, thanks for the responses. So let's move forward from here, right? Just a second. Yeah. So we have discussed this, we have discussed this, we have discussed rating outlook, right? Now there is another thing which is called a rating watch, right? So what does a rating watch mean? Any idea, guys? Just let me know if anyone knows what it means by rating watch. Just let me know in the chat box. Just give a try. What can be a rating watch? Time for which a credit rating can be relied upon? No, 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 Asmita. Some kind of watchdogs for ratings. No. Abhishek, didn't you join the this credit rating wala webinar before? Who keeps a watch on rating? No, no, yeah. Okay, okay. So anyone wants to give a try? What is meant by a rating watch? So I hope no, it's not a rating indicator, right? So let me make you understand what is a rating watch. So no, no, not that. Realme. So change the name, please, so that I understand what's your real name. Your Realme. So guys, for that, I would ask you to read through. So this is, if you go to ICRA site, you will get to see a report which is of uh, how they define rating watch. So ICRA may place a credit rating on watch, right? So it is said a credit rating is on watch when there is an unanticipated event, the credit implications of which are either unclear or not fully acceptable immediately, right? So such events includes a proposed rating change in ownership control, a merger or demerger, an acquisition, or a sudden regulatory development, right? So when these sort of situations do take place, so I'll show it over here also. Uh, so CRISIL may place an outstanding rating on Rating Watch if the issuer announces a merger or acquisition, or say a demerger of some business, or there is some regulatory changes, right? So if this sort of a event takes place, then obviously it's going to have an impact in the business, right? And that has to get reflected in the ratings. So when this sort of a situation takes place, that is called then this set of companies are brought under a special watch, and that rating exercise is undertaken again, right? So this when this set of companies which are under watch, this is called rating watch, right? So did you get the meaning of this, guys? Is it clear? So many terms I'm sure you're getting acquainted with, right? So you have got to understand what is credit rating in the first place, how it differs from credit bureau and the credit analysis, then how was the risk continuum spread of credit rating, what is the 8-point scale, how the scaling differs, what is the plus minus competitive standing, what is rating outlook, what is rating watch, a lot of learning, I'm pretty sure about that. right? So let's move forward from here. So guys, so now this is coming. So we have discussed on rating watch, right? Now, the other thing which happens, which is called the rating slippage, right? So I'll explain rating slippage in some time because I'll show you something, then it would be a better time for you to understand what is rating slippage. But for in slippage in simple terms, it means what? Like you slipped down, right? So slipping means what? You were earlier in a better rating and you have you are in say double A. From there you have slipped down to a B rating, right? So how many companies or how many ratings that has been done have slipped from this to this, or what may be the probability of companies slipping in the days to come, right? So that is where the term rating slippage comes up, because if a company is going to have a better rating, then it is good, right? Then there is nothing to worry, right? So obviously one has to think through as to why this company is given a better rating. That obviously needs to be studied, but that is not a major concern. Major concern is definitely of those companies where there is a slippage in the rating, or in future it may slip, right? So that is the context in which this term gets used, right? So now let me show to you in terms of suppose if you are trying to do a credit rating exercise, right? There are different like you need to be aware as to what is the structure around that, right? A credit rating report. Now I discuss in detail in terms of how a credit rating exercise is undertaken, what level of study and everything in my programs. So if you're interested, you may take it up at a later point of time when I place an offer. But over here, you'll get a uh, overview, right? That which are the broader heads, and this is also taken from the CRISIL site, as you see. So they have shared over there that these are supposed to be the broader heads. So suppose if they're doing a rating for ABC Limited, so so that would include what is the instrument and what is the rating that has been assigned, right? It would speak about the rating history. So if it has been rated in the past, what was its rating in the past, and if this rating is done, what had been the analytical inputs, what are the major aspects that one has to be looking into. There's another term which you should be coming across, which is called a rating driver, right? So what is driving that rating, right? So why a particular rating has been assigned? So please understand, guys, that uh, uh, okay, that I'll discuss later on. But for the time being, just remind me, guys, if I forget discussing, I want to discuss about how you go about doing rating for a big corporate, a large corporate, and a small and medium enterprise, right? Just remind me that if I miss out discussing on that. So now when a company is rating, now there are different supporting factors, things which are in favor of that company, and there may be some constraining factors, right? And then you give a sort of outlook, which we saw, a positive, stable, or negative outlook, right? So that sort of a thing. Then downside scenario, if there is a probability of downside, then why that probability occurs, what has been the recent development and performance updates, the bank overview, right? So ownership structure, credit factors, slippages to progressively reduce, but so what may be the reason for slippages, uh, what is the scenario around capitalization, right, and market share. So all these things, right? So this is just to give you a sense as to what are the different sections around this report, right? So you can always go back and go to the website and get hold of this report, or either way I can do this, I can share across this with all of you, and if you want you can um, click on the link and get hold of this report as well, right? So this is one thing that I would like to share. The other thing, let me share over here, is this what is the difference between rating outlook, rating watch, all these things you guys should be knowing about, right? Okay, this is not from the site, I guess. This is from some other place. This is not going to work, guys. The ICRA one, if someone would be interested, I'll share later on, right? But I hope you have got a clarity by this time, right? So, so a lot of terms you are coming across to learn, right? So you got a sense around the structure of a credit rating report, right? Now there is something it is called the rating. So any question before we move forward, guys? Any question till this point of time? If it's okay, just press a in the chat box. Is it a good learning, guys? Give me a quick yes in the chat box if it's a good learning for all of you. मजा आ रहा है सीखने में. I hope some learning something new and which is going to be of great use to you guys, right? And ये सब जानना चाहिए बॉस. Yeah, Abhishek, I won't be. I'll share across the other one, some next one, right? But I believe this set of things you guys should be aware of. Right? छोटे छोटे terminologies से इसका meaning, interpretation, how this set of things are used, and what references. There's a totally different world which is there. ये सब कोई कहीं पे most of the colleges and all, they don't really teach you all this set of things, you know, and it is something which really one needs to know. And if you are guys are aware of these terminologies and how this rating process works, you can get an opportunity in a credit rating agency. And in credit rating agencies, you really get to learn a lot, right? And many people move from credit rating agency to investment banks, right? So a lot of such shifts happen from one nature of company to the other, right? So many people ask me how to get into investment banking. So one definitely, guys, is one to directly get into this space, or the other way is you if you are in and around the world of finance, and then shift yourself to this other companies, right? So you have to be aware of the different terminologies and how things are worked on. And the next thing that I'm going to show is going to be of interest to you, I'm pretty sure, which I call the rating methodology, right? So when a rating is undertaken, how the process works, right? So that is something which I'm going to show over here to you. So guys, uh, so this is from guys care rating. So first, let me show to you in terms of if you go to this place in, under care rating, right? Care rating is a rating agency, right? So over there also the different terminologies and everything is mentioned about. And so over there you get this care ratings criteria and methodologies, right? And if you go below, there are different sectors on which this set of studies happen, right? And they require people to create this set of undertake this set of study. And so I'm sharing across this one with you guys. And so and I'll show one of this. So you can download this link at your end. And suppose say for the very first one, it's auto ancillary companies, right? And you need to rate a company which is into auto ancillaries, right? So what happens is that you use uh, so guys, whoever is been joining my webinars or getting through my recordings of this set of webinars, you know that I always speak about the economic analysis, industry analysis, company analysis, and stuff like that. So over here also you get to see, and that's why the significance of understanding industry analysis, right? Which I have been telling you. So so over here you are doing this study in context of, because every company is associated with some industry or the other, right? So this is auto ancillary, so you need to have a industry overview, right? And so again, if you see when you are doing uh, what is auto ancillary companies, so here for auto means what, cars and stuff like that, right? So where they use a lot of ancillary equipments, right? Say for manufacturing of a car, there are a lot of equipments, small equipments they make use of to build that car, right? So those are called auto ancillary, and whichever companies manufacture that, they are called auto ancillary companies. Got it? Yeah, right? So now, as you know, whoever joins my webinar, that I always say that there are this. If you are good in management assessment, technical assessment, market assessment, financial assessment, right? Your work is done. And whether you are using it for investment purpose, for fundamental analysis, for mergers, acquisitions, credit analysis, project financing, real estate financing, whichever area you go, credit rating, everywhere is the same. तो वो ढांचा एक बार वो से समझ लो ना, तो हर जगह पे सेम, ये समझ लो तुम लोग, right? So over here also you see promoters management risk, that is assessed. Then you assess the business operational risk. इसलिए मैं हमेशा बोलता हूँ कि बिजनेस मॉडल, बिजनेस वो कंपनी का बिजनेस और उसका बिजनेस मॉडल समझना बहुत जरूरी है. ये जो बोला जाता है सिर्फ फाइनेंशियल मॉडलिंग आता है, उससे नहीं काम चलेगा. You have to build the assumption sheet, as I'm repeatedly saying to you guys. And ये assumption sheet build करने के लिए, क्योंकि whoever is joining for the first time, guys, in a financial model, the most important part is to build the assumption sheet, right? क्योंकि वो assumption अगर गलत हुआ, तो it's garbage in and garbage out. And for building that assumption sheet, you need to understand the industry dynamics, you need to understand the business, right? And then only you can set the correct set of assumptions. So here also see the what Kier is doing. They are trying to assess the business operation risk, the scale of operations. Again, they would like to understand the product portfolio, what diversifications they are getting into, how they are working around logistics, supply chain. So it's not finance, guys. Finance मतलब it's not about just number and calculation. ये बहुत लोग गलती करते हैं. उन लोग सोचते हैं finance मतलब सिर्फ calculation. ये नहीं है. Calculation is just one section of the work among many other set of activities which is undertaken, right? And उसमें अब बहुत major chunk of analysis comes under economy, industry, company, and business, right? So you see over here, I'm showing it to you, like the cost structure, regulation, all this set of things, right? So how they go about, if you read through, see in my program I have deep, यहाँ पे मोटा मोटा मिलेगा. In my program I have given deeper understanding as to क्या क्या चीज देखा जाता है, right? But यहाँ पे at least if you go through few of this, you'll get a fair bit of understanding and what methodology they use to go about studying a particular company in a particular industry, right? So, guys, is it clear? Is it making sense what I'm sharing across? Give me a quick A in the chat box if it is. Any insight on CRISIL Gold CRR? नहीं भाई. Abhishek, Tanmaya, okay. भाई लोग कुछ सीख रहे हो ना. It's very important that you know and learn and make use of all this set of things, right? So this are the set of things which I think is very very important, which I have showcased to you. Now, one more thing. आज comparatively जल्दी हो जाएगा. This one more thing which I'm going to share across with you guys called something called the transition matrix. Any idea, guys, what is transition matrix? In the chat box, let me know. I'm not sure how many of you follow my post which I keep on placing on a day-to-day basis, but I've already discussed what is transition matrix in one of my posts, recent post in fact. Any idea what is transition matrix? No? Okay, yeah. Yes, no, जो भी है बोलो भाई, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. Heroes, no, okay. Because if I'm not wrong, you are following me for a long time, right, guys? Because just let me know, am I right? ये नाम बहुत familiar आ रहा है मुझे. Firoz Sheikh. Since I know this name for long. Right. So you guys don't know, right? So okay. So let me explain you. Yeah. Yeah, Firoz, yes, correct. Rating migration, right? So it's sort of a rating migration as you see over here. तो मतलब suppose आज के दिन वो एक कंपनी का it's a suppose पूरा जो कंपनी का रेटिंग करते हैं ये फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशंस सॉरी रेटिंग एजेंसी जितने सारे सपोज 1000 कंपनी का रेटिंग किया राइट सो उसमें ऑब्वियसली कुछ आएगा ट्रिपल ए में कुछ आएगा डबल ए में कुछ ए में बी में सी में right so don't see ccc it is like it's just an example that has been given over here it's not strictly followed to that CRISIL sort of rating right so what is been said over here ki suppose I'll show you excel sheet so as you see over here that it's a 1 year transition matrix, right? So, yes, right? So over here, this is the initial rating as on date. And suppose this is the rating at the year end. So suppose the thought is that, so each row corresponds to an initial rating and each column corresponds to a rating at the end of 1 year, right? So when the study happened earlier and at this point of time, so how the shift has happened. So for example, from the table, we see that there is a 5.95% chance over here that a bond, so this is for say the financial instrument is a bond, right? So initially, which is rated triple B, will be rated A at the end of the year, right? So that probability is 5.95%, and each row sums to 100%, right? So this is how it shows, and it gives a clarity to the set of people who are working over there that if there is a major shift from say AAA to double A, right? Or say AAA to double B, it is say 8%, right? So whatever, there is no standard around that, but it gives you like as it is said, if you cannot measure something, you cannot control it. So how well of a rating system is being devised and how far it is really meeting the it's sort of a back testing that is done, right? So post that rating, how things have unfolded, that they can it can be used in that manner, right? But it gives you a perspective as to how things are shifting for this particular company, right? Is it clear, guys? Got some perspective? It's a bit difficult to understand clearly, but I think it gave you some perspective, right? That how what is the significance of a transition matrix, right? So so guys, I hope in this 50 minutes you guys learned a lot in the process, right? So any question till this point of time, just let me know. And from here, now you can, the only thing that you need to know is how to go about undertaking a total rating exercise, what level of questioning, the broader haze of analysis that needs to be done, how deep you can place those set of questions, right? So that is not scope of discussion in this webinar. For that, I have programs where you can get to know about that. But so Abhishek, it is basically the shift that has taken place maybe. So suppose early 2020, you have done this, yeah, whatever had been the rating, and end of 2020, how the rating has got shifted for that company, right? So that's a sort of a, how many companies fall under that bracket. So that is how it gets completed. Portion to the net present value of the business. So, Boshanti, there it is not that easy. There are a lot of things that one has to look into. वही तो मतलब net present value of the business, the value is a function of what you give as an input, right? वो so if your inputs are correct, you cannot assess the value of the business, right? So how you draw those conclusions. For that, you have to really place the right set of questions and draw those pieces of inference and how to connect all everything, every dot together to really understand about a company. It's a very serious exercise and it's very uh, important exercise. Uh, uh, Yeah, Camus model is used for banks. There is no such model per se. These are all, see, देखो मोटा मोटा there is no specific term as such for credit rating as such which I am aware of, but देखा वही जाता है. You have to study around management, you have to study their business model, you have to study the if they are coming up with projects, what sort of technology they are using. You need to understand their uh, industry in context of industry, how things are shaping up, what is the government rules regulations around things, what sort of demand in the if they are exporting goods or importing goods, how it's going to influence, what are the raw materials, how those structures are going to work. So lot of and for that there are hundreds of such questions that you have to find answers to. See, the most important thing is कोई ये question एक चेकलिस्ट बना के नहीं देता है कि भाई ये सारे क्वेश्चन का आंसर मुझे जुगाड़ करना है, which I have placed in my programs. I'm sure whoever has gone through will can validate that fact, right? So what are the 100 odd questions that you can possibly ask? And once you try to find the answers to those set of questions, then automatically the set of uh, the level of analysis that you do is going to be of a different level, right? So guys, these are the things which I thought of sharing. So before moving forward, so guys, at this juncture, there is something obviously more that I need to discuss. But before that, I'll request you guys that I'm sharing a link over of LinkedIn. So if you can go over there and just place your comment in terms of whether you like this, whatever been discussed till now or not, or whatever, just give me feedback over there. And connect me over LinkedIn over there. And whoever does this, for just taking the effort, I'll share across to you a financial model assumption sheet of a club and hotel, right? So it's very detailed exercise which you will get to find. Just ensure that when you're connecting me over LinkedIn, your message is open so that I can share this over there, right? So it's only for those who is going to comment over there on LinkedIn about how was your experience till now, right? So I'll wait for 3 4 minutes, and in the meantime, you can do it, and I'll rejoin in another 3 4 minutes time. Thanks. Right, guys. Thanks a lot for those who have commented, and you are going to get this Excel sheet. And whoever is uh, going to go through getting these sheets, guys, please ensure that you are working on this set of sheets. Go through them. It will be of immense learning, let me tell you. And this is definitely going to give you, like whenever you discuss in interviews, if you can give this set of insights with whatever, because this is real work which I've personally done and I'm sharing across with you guys. So make best use of this, right? And you get real insights as to how for those specific industries things do happen, right? So guys, what we have discussed till now, we have discussed in terms of the difference between credit rating, credit analysis, and credit bureau. What is credit rating? What may be rated? What is the credit rating scale? How competitive standing of ratings is undertaken? What is rating outlook? What is rating watch? What is rating slippages? Structure of credit rating and rating methodology. Right. So a lot of things we have discussed till now. As a next step, guys, I intend to discuss few things around the world of credit rating, which you guys should be aware of. So one is which I told you to make me remind of. So one is the way a rating exercise is undertaken for say a large corporate is very different from the way it is done for say a small and medium enterprise, right? Because a small and medium enterprise is in lakhs, right? And it's very difficult for any agency whatsoever to spend months to study around a particular company, right? And so when it is done, so can anyone give me a insight as to how this is different? How rating that happens for a small and medium enterprise, how it is different from say getting done for a large corporate? Just let me know over the chat box. What is your thought on this? Just let me know over the chat box. What is your take on this? Civil growth factor, company, and more. Not exactly. Depends upon the nature and scope of business. No, I'm saying how the process of rating gets to be different. I'm not saying what is studied. I'm not saying in that context. I'm saying how the process of rating gets to be different in either of the cases. Okay, so let me answer to that. So, guys, as you understand, right, there are thousands and lakhs of small and medium enterprises, but compared to that, the number of rating, the number of large corporates are very few, right? So, in a case of a large corporate, you can really take a lot of time and do a deep detailed analysis, and also as because I'm sure for large companies the level of debt on which the analysis has to be is also of going to be in thousands and thousands of crores, right? So there the risk also is of that level, and for that reason, what happens is you need to devote a lot of time, a lot of deliberation, a lot of discussion that has to happen, right? And then there is a rating committee which is formed, right, where very senior individuals who have years of experience in the industry, in the banking and finance industry. So they come down and the rating analyst places his or her perspective in front of a rating committee, right? So that's how it's worked in that case. But and it is primarily in the form of a review in terms of how I had shown a great analyst report. So it's sort of a report that gets worked on and is placed across. But in case of a small and medium, in cases of small and medium enterprises, as because they go through thousands and thousands of such small and medium enterprises, what happens is the rating agencies take the help of something called scorecards, right? So in scorecards, what happens is you basis obviously there also you need to do a study, but over there, you take the help of scorecards on the broader heads. I'll try to show you guys a scorecard at some point of time in the future, so you'll appreciate what I'm trying to say. But understand, it's a sort of a financial model, a structure which is placed across. So it's less of words and more into numbers in which you are trying to gauge in a sort of a scale. So suppose management, there are 7 broad heads, and under each head you give a rating, ranking, say number between 1 to 5, right? So what is your thought around that? So that's how you create a score, and basis that score, you come to a conclusion about that company. And because small and medium enterprise will be taking a lower level of loan, so lower level of comparatively lower risk is there. So there the study is done in a composite manner, right? So this is how it gets to be different in both the context for large corporates and small and medium enterprises. Is it clear, guys? Give me an A in the chat box if it is clear, right? Right, guys? Okay. So the next thing that I would like to discuss is that ये पूरा जो rating exercise होता है, इसमें पैसा देता कौन? Which I told earlier also, the money is paid by the company, right? Now the question is, if the money is being paid by the company, uh, generally what is our habit of, if we are paying money to someone, right? Obviously we would like a good this thing, ना पैसा खर्चा करना हो तो अच्छा चीज से मुझे चाहिए, that is how we all humans think, right? So यहाँ पे, लेकिन यहाँ पे क्या होता है कि रेटिंग का पैसा तो कंपनी देता है, लेकिन uh, uh, who advises, so the banks would be definitely telling the company that this is the rating agency's report with which we will fall back on, right? So banks also have their level of preferences as to which rating reports they would prefer, right? So the thing is that the company may try to source reports of different from different rating agencies, but they also need to abide by the requirement of that particular financial institution which they are looking for, right? So this is something that you need to understand. So yeah, there had been a lot of talks on many a situation where there had, if you do some Google search around that, a lot of people have raised questions, and this is not only in India but across the globe, as to whether the role of credit rating agencies is fair or not, or is it something which we should really uh, consider to be unbiased and stuff like that. So there is always a thought process that goes on around this side, because it's the company who pays the money, and please understand, for a credit rating agency also, this is a business, right? This is the business on which they earn, their revenue model is this, right? So do you think that if they give a bad rating, the companies will definitely go to some other rating agency, right? तो तो ये यहाँ पे एक बिजनेस एंगल भी है, right? So how you can be fair, at the same time ensure that the business interest is met. So this is a very big this thing. It's a balance that one has to really be working on, and I'm sure credit rating agencies work on this tightrope on a daily basis. Just wanted to, if they give a false rating, who will trust them in the market? Yeah, so they would definitely not try to give a false rating, obviously not, because their ratings would definitely be tested, right? But what happens? No one gives a false rating per se. But what happens is you can play around with the scale, right? मतलब ट्रिपल बी की जगह डबल बी हो गया, या डबल बी की जगह ट्रिपल बी हो गया. You can play around with that, right? And so 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 because basis that rating person's interest may come down, and interest rate, if it comes down for crores and crores of rupees over a consecutive period of time, that has a strong effect on that company's balance sheet, right? So that's how it works. So I just wanted to give you a perspective around this set of things because I believe that you need to know the realities as to what goes on behind this industry, right? And any industry per se. So that's the reason of sharing this. Was it good insight, guys? Was it helpful to you? Let me know. See, one has to be aware, right, as to what is happening, how things take place, and stuff like that. Okay, so it was good for only just four of you, five, six, and I'm counting, guys, right? Okay. So it was shown in the movie as well. Which movie, Abhishek? Right? So I hope, guys, whatever I have shared till now, if you go ahead with this perspective and with this set of insights, I'm sure you are going to do a lot of good for yourself in context of the credit rating for business, right? So, guys, before I move to my next section, which I Jerry speak about the life part of it, today I have something very serious, something to discuss on. So I'll discuss with you. But before that, let me share with you. If you're not part of my WhatsApp group and would like to be part of, and because you would like to get those you would like to know when the next webinar is happening. So I keep on conducting such webinars on a regular basis. So if you want to be uh, part of that, so join the WhatsApp group over here, right? And also to join the Facebook group if you're not part of the Facebook group, right? So join in this set of group. Uh, Guys, are you able to hear me? Abhishek is saying he has lost the sound. Kavita, yeah. So others are able to hear Abhishek. So, guys, I would ask you to join the WhatsApp group and the Facebook group, right? So, this is on credit rating at this point of time. So, was it good, guys? Give me a quick A, then I'll move into the next section, which I discuss on. अमित झा अभी चेहरा नहीं दिखा रहे हो क्या हो गया Thanks, guys. Okay, so guys, today so I for whoever is new today, okay, okay, no worries, Amit. Be cool, no worries. You have your friends or relatives, must be right. So, guys, what I'm saying that I share something which is from time to time around life, career. I have lots to share with you all. So I do it after at the end every day when I conduct these webinars. So today I thought about showing something to you, right? And I would like to show something in context of a cover letter, right? Would you be interested, guys, to see how a cover letter and what sort of impact a cover letter may have? So today I have two things to share. In fact, so something a cover letter which I got to see, which I would like to share. So guys, this is the cover letter. I hope you are able to see. I'll read it loud with you. You are able to see, right? Give me a in the chat box if you're able to see it clearly, right? You are able to see, right? See from okay. So, guys, as you see over here, so this is of Radhika Gupte, and she is the Indian CEO of Edelweiss MC, right? And this is what she writes. This I've taken from LinkedIn, and if you see what she has written, the quality of covering letters has come such a long way awesome to see the ambition and aspiration. So a person has written the cover letter, and it has caught the eye or attention of Radhika Gupte, which is something which is really good, right? And so I'm not trying to be someone who is totally for or against this the structure in which it's written. But obviously, if it has caught the attention, I think half of the work is done, right? So if you so let's read it out. What this guy has written. So I don't know whether it's he or she, but say it's a he, and he have written that I have to admit that I am no financial expert, just a college student who is fascinated by the markets and prospect of making a portfolio. But with the appropriate guidance and support, you and your colleagues at Edelweiss can turn my passion into a real skill. Skills can be taught, but not the willingness to learn and work. I assure you that I'll be the person who works the hardest and asks questions about almost everything, only to become better every day. So you often mention how you got the CEO job by asking for it first. Today I'm asking for you to take a chance on me. It will turn out to be one of the best investments. Who knows? I might just turn out to be a potential successor. I'm attaching my CV for a reference looking back. Right. So this is the thing that was written. So guys, as per you, what is your opinion around this write-up that has been placed? I'd really seek your opinions. I would like everyone to mention your thoughts in the chat box. I very outgoing. That is what Abhishek says. What about others? I'd seek your because there's no point giving a perspective if I don't understand. Uh, अस्मी ए लिखने से नहीं होगा बोलो कि what is your thoughts सिर्फ मतलब कुछ भी बोलो अभी ऑटोमेटिक सभी प्रेस करता है you guys let me know what is your thought around this the way it's been written we'll try this kind of creativity and the honesty genuine and creative rather than universal format respect to the interest and passion shown must invite the interest shown okay hard for many people saying they never said in you that I want to be at your place in future Francis. What about others, guys? Firoz Sheikh, Tanmaya Patil. Okay, Tanmaya has spoken about, right? Satyajit Singh, Deepak Sukheja. Deepak कुछ लिखता ही नहीं गीतांजलि भी कुछ मानसी शिवानी जिवलकर सौरवी शाह लिखो बस कुछ मतलब Rahul Haya ऐसे इसका बड़ा passion and show the interest okay so guys each one so I'm pretty sure most of you, by the way it is coming up, you guys are liking the way it's been written. I have my share of thought on this in the sense that it's my personal perspective. That as I think Abhishek mentioned, right? It's quite outgoing, right? So it's definitely a very outgoing way of writing it, right? So now this sort of way, if it's something is written, it definitely catches eye, right? Because somewhere you are throwing a piece of challenge or some sort of a way where you are trying to make the person feel कि भाई uh, though he's doing it in a very very calm and poised manner right but somewhere he's putting the game in the court of the other person that why don't you try me out right so definitely it's great to place across but uh, one thing when you are writing and if you intend to write in this manner that you need to always remember that you have to substantiate that right तो ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि अभी तो बड़ा बड़ा बात लिख दिए और उसके बाद you are not able to substantiate right? So though you're saying that I would be taking it up, basis your learning and stuff like that, but you also need to make the person understand that you have taken real strides to uh, dig deeper in understanding the area where you are trying to place your foot in, right? If you are not able to validate that fact, इससे शायद तुमको एक कॉल आ सकता है, you may get an opportunity for an interview, but then you really need to validate whether uh, you are truly standing up to what you are showcasing yourself as, right? So it's a two-edged sword. It's a good way where you can draw your attention, draw the attention of the person, but you have to be very cautious and really have to have that level where you can really place it, the authenticity of what you are trying to place across, right? Are you agreeable to it, guys? What I said just now? Do you agree to, or if you have any other thoughts, you can really let me know. But ऐसा अगर लिखना है तो सो इसलिए मैं बोलता हूँ बस ये तुम तभी लिख पाओगे जब when you have taken the trouble to build your set of skills, right? And you can showcase that, okay, मैं जो चीज बार बार बोलता हूँ कि एक लेवल तक सीखो, then showcase the work that you have learned in some manner or the other, right? And if you can showcase that, okay, I'm not 100% totally up to it, right? But if I am 60, 70, 80% up to it also, if I can showcase that, that also makes a lot of difference, right? So to be able to showcase that, that gets you very, very critical. And I think that is something which you have to really think about. And if you have taken the time and effort to build those skills and you are able to showcase that, then you can then place across these sort of words and maybe draw attention of the other person. I know I can strive this passion when showcased through your course. Oh, right. So, guys, so this is one thing which was it good, guys? Was it some sort of an insight which you got? I generally discuss around job search. I'll again do that webinar again because I'm sure many people. How many of you would be eager, guys? Shall I take the next one on job search, which I had done earlier also? But I think that should definitely be area how to go about for job search, which many people really don't know, right? So, okay, I'll do it. Right. More than vaccine. So today I had my first vaccine, and many people may ask why it's so late. So I had COVID, right? So whoever has COVID, they need to wait for I think 90 days post which one can have vaccination. So today is the first dose I got it, and not sure. Many people says that one day later you have fever and all, so I'm a bit worried. Let's see. Yeah, everyone recovered. Yeah, right, guys. So another thing, as this was on something which suddenly drew my attention, and that's why I thought of showing to you. And as per my regular this thing, which I showcase around. So today I'll share across with you something which is called the 7 steps to control your thoughts, right? So it's, guys, very important that to do your work well, it's very important that you should be able to control your thoughts. Otherwise, it gets you very difficult. And the very reason as to, as I keep on saying that uh, thoughts is thoughts leads to feelings, feelings leads to action, and action leads to results, right? So that is how it works, which I have discussed also earlier, remember. So guys, I'll share this template again with only those set of people who are commenting on my LinkedIn, that this thing that I've given. Please understand, you may give whatever negative feedback or positive feedback, whatever is, but give a genuine feedback. And if you're placing a feedback, and then only I'll be sharing this with you, right? I'm sharing, ready to work with those only who are think truly they are part of this community, right? Uh, so guys, so as this seventh step goes, so what is the first step? The first step is obviously to please choose any goal you want to work. So that is something that you have to write over here. And the second is write down your goal as I am thin. So imagine at present time. So don't write it as I'll be doing this. Not like that. So this is something which Tony Robbins say. If you guys know Tony Robbins, uh, give me an A in the chat box, guys. How many of you know Tony Robbins? Give me an A in the chat box. Priya Pal, Kavita, right. So you know Tony Robbins, and he's a big guy, and he's one of the world's one of the most foremost people around mind, psychology, NLP techniques, and stuff like that, right? So what I'm taking is from the best and best of people. So please pay heed to this. Whoever is really making a difference in this life is through this the set of tools that I'm placing across. And what he always says that uh, write it in a manner that you have already achieved it. So if you soak yourself in that sort of a thought process that I've already achieved something, that is always a better way of doing things, right? So write down the goal as I am thin if you want to be thin. So write I am thin. Don't write I will be thin, right? So that is one. Second is write down two most important basic steps which take you closer to your goals, right? So suppose if your objective is to be thin, right? And so how you can be thin? You should be like eat healthy food, not unhealthy food, right? And you should exercise every day. Suppose these are the two steps that you think that you should take, right? So you need to write over here what are the two most important basic steps that you have to mention over here. And again, if you note over here, I eat. So you have to say I will eat it or I will exercise. You don't write it in that manner. You say I eat healthy every day or I exercise every day, right? So that is how you go about. Now decide the time when you're going to sit for visualization. So there has to be a time in a day when you have to sit for visualizing in that manner or avatar in which. So suppose if you want to work in some organization, say the best of investment banks, and so you have to visualize yourself. I mean, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, just thinking about you positioning yourself in that whatever way you can visualize yourself, right? Being in that sort of an environment and try to think as much as closer as to what would be the environment like and stuff like that. So that goes about visualization. So visualize yourself as what you want to become and see yourself doing the above step one every day and say to yourself, I do, right? So that is the way you have to go about doing that and see yourself doing about the steps two every day and say to yourself, I do this, right? I exercise every day, I eat healthy every day. So this is something if you are doing it in a continuous basis, if you are really visualizing yourself in that manner, बस अगर हम लोग खुद को उस हिसाब से visualize करते हैं, can we stay far from the fact that we not taking action? Visualize करता हूँ लेकिन मैं action नहीं लेता कुछ उस context में, right? It doesn't happen that way, right? We once we visualize, we tend to start working towards the direction. And the entire objective of doing this exercise is to see through that we take the effort of working towards the direction, right? So I hope that you will do an activity like this. I will be sharing lot of such tools with you guys, and take my word, when I share something, this is at a world level stuff which I'm sharing across. It may look very simple, but uh, it's the simplicity that matters, right? It's not uh, the everyone understands. I believe that to make things simple, that's the toughest task, right? And that is what I place in my programs also, and whatever I do. I think I let me know, guys, whether I succeed in helping out making things simple. Is some that I think I do good in that. So just give me an A in the chat box. So I believe I do good in that. To make things simple, and I think that is the toughest work in this world, right? Right, guys. Thanks for the Thanks for the responses. So, so I think you got some value, guys. Some chota chota, really real, no jumla. Right, Abhishek. So I believe कुछ सीखे आज इससे कुछ समझ में आया manipulation because I was keen on the finance and founder course. Okay, great, Ria. That's great. Absolutely, it definitely works, guys, and it has worked wonders for me, and that is why I am a big proponent of this. Right? There are movies like Secret and all are there, but कहीं पे वो हम लोग को समझ में नहीं आता करूँ कैसे? What is the technique around that? Right? So I was always looking forward to the right set of techniques, and I think I've got hold of those, and I've been practicing it for some time, and I thought of sharing this with you. Guys, was it good? आज 1.5 घंटा ठीक रहा. Learned something. Satyajit, thanks dear. Very good, Suparna. Thanks. Priya, thanks. Pal, thanks. Thanks, Sagar. Thanks, guys. Thanks a lot. आज we could conclude within 1.5 hours. So as all of you have mentioned, you would like to me to conduct the next webinar on job search. So which I will definitely do. Right. So see you in the next webinar, guys. All the best. Have a good night. Jai Hind. Bye.